Dobra, biegniemy od razu. Bo się zapatrzyłem, jaka mapa jest ładna, a miałem biec do konia. Bo tu mnie gonią goście. Musimy złapać konia i lecieć do innej wioski, która jest gdzieś tam w pobliżu. Okej, jazda konna. Dobra, idziemy. Dobra, nie goni mnie nikt. O, gra została zapisana, nice. Czyli są tu jakieś te checkpointy. No. Krwotok. Krwawisz, ale jeszcze nie wiesz, że jak opłacasz swoje rany, musisz prędko znaleźć kogoś, kto udzieli ci pomocy. O Jezu, szybko! O kurde! Gdzie ja tu wpadłem? O nie! Fuck, ja wpadłem do jakiegoś strumyczka, nie! Oh my fucking god, co się dzieje? Kurde, strzelają we mnie jeszcze goście. Może jakoś przeżyję. Może. Ale czerwona. Chyba zginę. Tak mi się wydaje. Uciekaj, uciekaj. Kurde, cały czas mnie gonią, ty. O nie. Wykrwawiłem się na śmierć. Dobra. A to przez to, że zjechałem ze ścieżki. Trzeba po prostu cały czas ścieżką jechać najlepiej. Jest ich za dużo. Okej.
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream. Warn the others. They've tore its scallops. Go! They'll kill you all.
Kurde, nawet tu jazda konna jest fajnie zaprojektowana.
Eltaposnak, mint egy tetvet! Tudod, hogy fog végződni?
Run for it!
Go! Czekajcie.
Kittekerem a nyakat, te nyomorodsz!
Uciekaj, szybko. Szybko uciekaj, szybko.
Run for it!
Véget tegyen jó! Megtörlek! Ma a pokolban végzed!
Teraz uczymy się jeździć konno, nie, teraz uciekamy przed...
Megöllek, te büdös!
Uciekamy przed oprawcami na koniu.
Eltaposnak, mint egy tetvet!
O, udało się. Uciekamy po prostu.
Nyitd ki! A francba! Ja! 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 Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Valaki! Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hagyjuk! Húzzunk innen!
A co to są jacyś Tatarzy? Co to jest? Wiecie, co to są za goście? Znaczy no, tutorial jazdy też, no wiadomo, że od razu się uczymy, nie? Jazdy na koniu, ale... Najbardziej to ucieczka. Dobra, udało się, żyjemy.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
Właśnie nie wiem kto to, bo oni mieli jakiś inny język. Nie wiem dokładnie kto to był.
Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Aha. Czyli nie wiadomo kto na razie.
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later.
Może
Let's have a look at
Tatarzy
that
to
leg of
byli.
yours.
Może.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Lord Divish. Lord Divish. Okej. Piesek.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me,
Bożek.
boy,
What exactly
Bożek,
happened?
jakieś fajne
Did you see the
fajne
insides of the
imiona.
attackers?
Bożek.
And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No
No
one
kurde,
else
to
can
nasz
help us.
tatuś był jakimś ważnym, że nawet jakiś
Anyway,
jakiś gość, który zarządza inną wioską, która jest większa
Robard, take care of
niż
him.
nasza,
Make sure he
go
gets
znał.
something to eat and some rest.
Nasz chyba ojczulek to nie był byle kto.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
As you command. Talmenberg. Jesteśmy w Talmenbergu teraz. Porozmawiaj z Bożkiem. Okej. Gra została zapisana. Nice. Okej, co teraz? Wiśniaczka, dobra. Pan Bożek.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Żałobę lepiej
I heard
obchodzi
about your father.
z pełnym żołądkiem. Nie wiem, czy ktoś w trakcie żałoby chciałby jeść, ale no dobra. Jeżeli będzie, to ja mam iść. Udaj się do kuchni. Kradnę. Czyli tutaj chyba. Tu? Halo? Czekaj. Miałem się najeść, nie? Aha, jest tu jakieś jedzenie? Wow, wow, co się dzieje? Co się dzieje? A gdzie tu jest karczma jakaś? Gdzie tu można coś zjeść? To jakaś mapa? Okej, tu jesteśmy my, tak? To jest... Spadane miejsce. Dobra. A ja chyba po prostu się pójdę przespać. Mi się wydaje. Chyba, że tu? O, może tutaj. Pan Bożek. O, udaj się do kuchni. Okej.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is
Szczepanka.
our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Szczepanka i
How can he
Bożena.
not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Okej. Jedz.
You fled from Skalitz? How did you manage that?
Soczewica. Dobra, bierzemy wszystko. Pieczona kaczka. A chyba jestem bardzo głodny, okej. Jadło.
How ill-mannered.
Bułka. Dobra, weźmiemy wszystko. Nie mogę po prostu zjeść z garka? Właśnie. O, gitara. Dobra, idziemy się przespać teraz. W takim razie. Czekaj, to jest tutaj, nie? Że zmienia twoje wytrzymanie elokwencja, to się obniżają, zmieniają ten sens, znajdzie podobno. Okej. Czyli też nie możemy przesadzać z niespaniem, bo mamy jakieś rzeczy, które się... Jak nie będziemy za mało spać, to będziemy mieć jakieś minusy z tego powodu. Musimy się wysypiać też.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Mieliśmy buty zdjąć.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady,
Alkohol.
thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but To tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry
Chyba nas
about
podrywa
anything
trochę.
except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Okej.
I have to eat something.
Opowiedz historię najazdu.
You might be right, my lady.
Ty, postać mi znikła.
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected.
Postać znikła,
The day
nie.
started just like any other. Father sent me
Postać
into town
znikła, ale
with
to
some
dziwnie
errands.
wygląda teraz. O matka.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to father, who sent me to collect it.
Nie no.
Only Kunish had no
Nie
intention.
widać
of paying.
postaci. Się
It
coś
got a bit heated,
zbugowało.
as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
Sukces.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back
A,
home.
bo my jesteśmy tutaj, z
I
tej
promised
strony,
father I'd
okej.
help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind.
No, tak dziwnie, bo tu pokazuje kamera w tą stronę, a on tu nie siedzi. Takie dziwne trochę. A co się zbugowało?
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on
I
his
zostaliśmy
soul.
sami.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a
Wzorowy
scream.
z ciebie
It
chrześcijanin.
was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but... Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Okej.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who
Nie, no co to ma być?
those who are
To nie
corrupted
Boga
faith,
powinniśmy
we,
winić za zło tego
humans
świata,
and
to
pride,
sprawka szatana i jego
must
sług.
not lose
No,
faith, whatever
co?
life brings.
Nie wiem.
Not been
To jest
merciful
takie
to me,
dziwne.
and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague
Dziwisz.
to appeal to the king
Dziwisz.
and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harville punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only
Taką
he has
fryzurę
many
ma.
concerns.
Się
He
jakoś
had to
nazywa.
hold Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He
Nie
had
wiem,
no time for me at all.
nie
But
znam
at
się na
least we were in the
fryzurach.
city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
O,
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you see.
zostań moja pani. Wygląda
I
jak miała
enjoyed our little
czepek.
talk, Henry.
Może tak to wygląda.
Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Ma takie włosy po prostu. Oho. Teraz będą mnie nazwiedzać koszmary. Teraz będę miał koszmary.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
O matko.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Oho. Do tego momentu jeszcze ogarniasz, grałeś? No jeszcze byłem dalej trochę. Jeszcze bym trochę dalej. Dobra, gra została zapisana.